Hey, what is up, guys? I'm Nate with Back from the Vault. Today, I just wanted to sit down and talk about the September Vinegar Syndrome announcements. Now, they did this on Sunday. I believe it was the first. I had a very busy weekend, so I wasn't able to. I was going to do a live stream, but I wasn't able to find the time, to sit down and live stream any of this stuff. I've been very busy with work, so even just making videos has been very hard. But I'm at least going to set some time aside to sit here and talk about these releases because I think they've got some really interesting stuff releasing this month in September. And yeah, I wanted you guys to know about this stuff. I'm sure a lot of you have already sorry, excuse me. I'm sure a lot of you have already seen these reveals. Again, it was Sunday. This is Tuesday that I'm filming this video. But either way, I wanted you guys to at least know my input on this and just kind of show them off and talk about some of these titles because there's some really interesting stuff. I would break down the sales stuff, but I can't remember what all I got, and I just went kind of crazy, bought a bunch of different stuff, and that stuff is not still up on the site. So all that got taken down Monday afternoon, I want to say, um, well, Monday night, really. So, anyways, let's get into it. I've got it pulled up here. So, Vinegar Syndrome, here are their releases for September. You probably won't get any of these until, like mid to late September. They always do that. Even as a subscriber, I always get my order like the last week of every month. So, as a subscriber, I think this is a really good month overall. So, I'll start with some that I guess I could show these off. They did do some legacy slipcovers during this sale they had. So they did Surf 2. They did a legacy slipcover for it. And I like this. I like this a lot better than the original artwork, actually. I thought these faces looked a little weird, especially this guy here. But I don't know. I really like this. I think this is really nice. I like the little, screen grabs placed inside. I think it looks really good. And I love Surf 2. I thought it was a great movie. I think it's really fun. It's kind of just goofy and cheesy. It's just very fun. So this is probably one you could hold off on, though. I'm sure this will probably be a sale title. I think Surf 2 was a sale title. I picked it up when it was like $10. But I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. So they also did Miami Connection, which I did buy. I did not own this. I got into Vinegar Syndrome right as this was selling out, I want to say. I feel like it was. Or maybe I saw it. I just didn't know if I wanted to pull the trigger yet. And it wound up selling out. So I picked up this Legacy Slip. It's not going to be a hard case box like the original release, but I don't care. I think it looks really good. I like this artwork. I really like the colors here, and yeah, I think it fits the theme of the sale. I mean, they were going for a rad theme. That's one thing. Another thing I wanted to talk about was rad. So I did not pick up rad on 4K. I had plenty of chances to, and I don't need that on 4K. I've got the Blu-ray Steelbook, so I think I'm good on rad. I've never seen it, but I plan to watch it. I just don't think it's something I don't think it'll matter if I have a Blu-ray versus 4K. But Miami Connection, had to grab this. I like cheesy kung fu movies, and I've heard this is like a vanity project, so I don't know. I like this sort of thing. Always have to be careful with the screenshots here on Vinegar Syndrome because you never know when they're going to flash a titty or anything. But looks very fun. I'm very excited to check this out. Heard really great things about this movie too. So we'll go back. They're really trying to sell the Cinematograph stuff. I'm not buying any merch for Cinematograph. I'm not walking around in Cinematograph merch, but I mean, maybe there's someone out there. Maybe there's a market for this out there for someone. But sorry, I got off on a tangent. District picks. They did Blonde on a bum trip. I wanted this because I do like movies from the 60s and 70s. I heard this is like a roughie, and it seems very interesting. I have to be very careful with these pictures. I'm not gonna go any further. I think it's probably too much. But Blonde on a Bum Trip. This is like I said, a roughie, a '60s roughie. I don't think it's worth the price though. I know that's going to be a hard box set, but $43 or 60. Yeah, there's no way this is 60 normally. That's and even with my subscriber discount, I'm still paying 30, which is like, no, I'm good. I'm good. So it'll come with a spot gloss hard slipcase and slipcover combo, a 40-page perfect bound book, and it's limited to 2,000 units, right? So I'll just keep an eye on it. I might grab this sometime, but I don't know. I don't even know if I need this. Like, it's interesting, but from nudies to roughies to ultra weird regional curiosities, this is just about district picks, so never mind. Innocent small town college student, co-ed Suzanne falls in with the wrong crowd when her roommate enlists her in I can't talk. Her roommate enlists her help in making homemade LSD. Initially reluctant to partake, Suzanne eventually gives in and is soon after embroiled in the underground world of hallucinogenic free love as she abandons her prim and proper morals in favor of increasingly kinky, acid-fueled sex trips. Unfortunately, it's also not long before the more sinister side of the drug begins to take effect, leading to an orgy of both sex and violence. A grimy and spirited New York indie produced by future exploitation legends Jack Bravman and Ed Adlam, and directed by character actor Raph Morrow, Blonde on a Bum Trip effectively integrates the then craze of drug, and particularly LSD, scare films into a nudie setup, resulting in a wonderfully weird grindhouse classic which has gained cult status in no small part due to its incredible original garage rock soundtrack by the E-Types and the Vagrants. Long unavailable on video, District Picks and Something Weird proudly present this world Blu-ray debut of this fan favorite, newly restored in 4K from its original camera negative and loaded with new and archival extras, including multiple filmmaker commentaries. So, pretty interesting. It's got the movie, which is only 64 minutes, by the way. For $30, you get a 64-minute movie. So it's a little crazy to me, but I don't know. I don't make the prices. I can't. I don't like the direction all this is headed, but what can you do? So it's going to be newly restored. I told you that. 2 feature-length audio commentaries for Blonde on a Bum Trip. First audio commentary with producer Ed Adlam and director Raph Morrow, moderated by Howie Pyro, and the second audio commentary with producer Jack Braveman, moderated by Stephen Marowitz. The original theatrical trailer, a vintage classroom LSD scare films from Something Weird archive. I've seen some of the scare films. I have a drug scare film set from Something Weird, and I thought it was really good. An archival image gallery, reversible cover art, the usual. So, Blonde on a Bum Trip. Did not pick that up. I don't know if I will. Definitely didn't pick this up, and not for sake of the movie being bad or anything. I don't know anything about this movie, but the plot does not interest me at all, and I've never heard of it, and I've never heard of any of the actors in it. And it's very weird for the cinematograph line because it's been nothing but like Hollywood classics and like great movies, really big, great films, underseen Hollywood gems. And then you've got this, which maybe this is an underseen gem, but it doesn't fit the line to me. I don't know why. I just don't think it does. I also don't like this art at all. I think it looks really bad. I don't know. I really don't like this at all. The back, yeah, not interesting. So first cinematograph that I'm not buying, and I might pick it up when it's like $10 on a sale, but because I feel like this will be one that will be in a sale before long. I don't see a majority of VS fans picking this up. Even people who buy Cinematograph, I don't even see this being something they would like. But I don't speak for everyone, so I don't know. Maybe what the hell's going on? All right. Maybe it has a market, but I just don't think. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna do that well. That's just my opinion. Maybe it will. I don't know. Well, it says over 2,000. I don't know how many they made. 4,000 of them. So it's probably still sitting at 4,000. Just kidding. Let's see. Max co-writer Guinevere Turner, a young lesbian college student living in Chicago in an aromatic dry spell. Is in an aromatic dry spell. Fuck. Sorry. God, I don't know what's going on. Her roommate Kia, T. Wendy McMillan, sets Max up with Ellie, I don't know. B.S. Brody? Okay. An older woman that Max initially dismisses but ultimately falls for, until it's revealed that Ellie may already be committed. An integral film of the 90s American indie boom and a staple of queer cinema for 3 decades, Rose Troch's professionally honest romantic comedy drama Go Fish is an admirably DIY portrait of community and connection set in the bustling metropolis of early 90s Chicago. Set in 16mm black and white and featuring a cast of largely unprofessional actors, Go Fish feels as indebted to the style and structure of documentary as it does other American indie narratives. Cinematograph is proud to present Rose Troch's new iconic portrait of queer identity in a brand new 4K restoration from its original 16mm negatives for its world Blu-ray debut. 1994, 83 minutes. It's got a couple of audio commentaries, one with the director, co-writer, and editor Rose Troch, moderated by Justin Lau Liberty. New audio commentary with queer film historian Elizabeth Burchell and writer Shayna Macy Warner. A new video interview with Rose Troch. A new video interview with actress and co-writer Guinevere Turner. New video interview with actress Anastasia Wilcox. New video interview with actress V.S. Brody. Some text essays, probably in the book. Theatrical trailer. The usual. Yep, skipped on this one. And it's the first cinematograph that I've skipped on. And at this point, I don't know if it'll be the last, but I got to be more selective, and I just don't think I'll enjoy this. I just don't think there's a point in me grabbing this just yet. I did grab this, Bloodline. Don't really know much about it. I know that it's basically an American giallo. It's American. I think it's American. It's at least a giallo. I don't know. I don't know if it's American or not, but it's at least a giallo. And it is Sidney Sheldon's Bloodline. It may be Euro. I think it's Euro. But either way, looked great. I think there's going to be some photos here that I might have to skip past. But anyways, got an Audrey Hepburn. It's great. I love Audrey Hepburn. Trying to think of the other guy's name. James Mason. Yeah. So great cast. That's one of the things that reeled me in. And then I had heard this was like one of the titles. Everyone thought this was going to be one of the actual VS titles. And so I'd seen it shared around. So I looked it up beforehand. Oh, shit. I looked it up beforehand and it looked very interesting. So I'm excited to check this out. I think this one had a TV cut. It was like it had a TV. We'll get into that. I don't know what I'm getting ahead of myself. VSL. I wonder what everybody's thoughts are on the Vinegar Syndrome Labs line, because I didn't grab the last title, and I feel like they've been all over the place with all the releases that they've been putting in this, and I know that's kind of the point. It's like anything that they don't think, belongs in a standard VS release, but some of it's just been very strange. We got 5-card stud, which I thought was great, and I was hoping for more stuff like that. But then we got the Gomez. I'm trying to think of the guy's name. The 3 queer film slasher set, which I did grab, but it's just been all over the place. And then we got that weird Polish torture film recently, and so I forget the name of it. Like Interrogation, I think. And I didn't grab that, and I've been kind of leery of picking up VSLs because I don't know if I'm really all in on this label anymore. But I grabbed this. It looked great. So let's see. After extremely wealthy pharmaceutical tycoon Sam Rafi, is murdered while skiing in the Alps, his daughter Elizabeth is shocked to learn that, per her late father's will, she has been appointed to take over his drug manufacturing empire. Equally shocked are his scheming relatives, each saddled with financial burdens they hoped would be alleviated through a significant company sale. But when Elizabeth vows to do everything in her power to resurrect the ailing company, thus preventing the sale, it's not long before a mysterious black-clad assailant begins killing anyone helping Elizabeth to achieve her goal. All the while, dead bodies of nude young women are washing up along the river banks of Europe. Victims of a savage snuff film-making serial killer? Boasting an astonishing cast, headlined by Oscar winner Audrey Hepburn and Beatrice Straight, Oscar nominees James Mason and Omar Sharif, plus Eurocult actress Irene Papas and Romy Schneider. Director Terrence Young's adaptation of Sidney Sheldon's international bestseller, Bloodline, is an epic jet set giallo filmed across the world, which places its A-list cast at odds with a sordid sex killer, featuring a lush score by Ennio Morricone. That's incredible. And all strikingly photographed by three-time Oscar winner Freddie Young. This unbelievable big-budget exploitation gem at last comes to Blu-ray from Vinegar Syndrome Labs, newly restored in 4K from its 35mm original negative, and featuring the disc debut of its majorly extended alternate TV cut. So really interesting. I'm really excited to check this out. This is one I really, really want to see. 2-disc set. It's got newly restored, presented in both its 117-minute theatrical version and 141-minute television version. A commentary track with film historians Troy Howarth and Nathaniel Thompson. Stupid German Money, 53-minute interview with Clemens. I can't even say that name. Second assistant director, Germany. Off-road, 23-minute interview with stunt driver Francois Doge. And theatrical trailer. So super excited to check that out. Sounds incredible. And Eye for an Eye. This is the VSA for the month. Now, I've seen people laughing over this thing. VSA, Vinegar Syndrome, Asia, and I kind of agree. I'm not disagreeing. It seems like lately all that VSA has been putting out are Asian films, and I like it. I'm here for it. But I don't know. I feel like there are a lot of American films that started with, and it's supposed to be like video store staples. So I didn't go to the video store a lot growing up. I mean, I grew up in the early 2000s. So for me, I didn't see a lot of the video store staples that people reference, but I was also like very young, so I didn't really look at a lot of that stuff anyways. But I don't know. I just maybe this was a video store staple. I'm not sure. Really not sure, but I can't imagine it was. So this art is really nice. I love it. It looks like an 88 Films art to me. Like I think they got probably the same guy that does 88 Films art. So looks really, really good. And this is a triad category B film, category 3 film, sorry. And so super excited to dive into this when it comes in. This is one I did order, and I love this sort of stuff. And it looks just incredible. It looks crazy, batshit crazy. Oh, some sex going on there. Get a dead person. This guy shooting some guns. Yeah, I love triad stuff, and that's a high body count. It's sick. I'm very excited to check this out. I think it'll be really cool. And yeah, so I did grab this. Never heard of it before now. It does have somebody that I'm really interested in, Wilson Lamb. I feel like I've seen a few of his movies, and pretty cool. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to try to say these names without butchering them, but, try my best. Feng is the daughter of an aging triad I guess it'd be Fung, right? Fung is the daughter of an aging triad boss attempting to turn his criminal enterprise into a more legitimate business. After her father is arrested by her cop boyfriend, Fung is left in charge and continues her father's mission of ridding the organization of its criminal dealings. Meanwhile, some of the other members of the gang are not happy with Fung's leadership and plans a hostile takeover. Chiang, second in command, wants to maintain the group's violent reign and sets out to strip Fung of her power by viciously assaulting and blackmailing her. Fung's boyfriend vows to take revenge on Chiang and the organization while simultaneously dealing with his jealous partner, who also has eyes for Fung. Tensions soon boil over, and violence erupts in the streets as warring factions attempt to maintain their power. Heavily censored in Hong Kong upon its initial release, An Eye for an Eye receives a Category 3 rating, partly thanks to its controversial portrayal of triad traditions and graphic outbursts of violence. Newly restored from its director-approved studio supplied master, Vinegar Syndrome is proud to present the director's cut of this gangster opus for the first time on Blu-ray. Directed by Osing Pui, and brand new commentary track with Kenneth Brorson and Phil Gillen of the podcast On Fire Network. Brand new interview with director Osing Pui. Brand new interview with actor-director Benz Kong. How Hong Kong cinema in the late 80s between heroic bloodshed and Cat 3 thrillers. Brand new video essay by film historian and author Sam Deegan. Yeah, super exciting. Can't wait to check that out. Don't know anything about this one at all. This is a Delirium photo of Gioia. Lamberto Bava, really good director. Really, really good director. Some nudity on this cover, but, what can I do? Yeah. These photos are going to be very hard to click through, but basically, I don't know anything about this movie other than it's a giallo, right? But the killer is turning people into giant eyeballs and like bug heads. I don't. I think, anyways. I don't really remember. I'm getting this through my subscription, and I think it's a 4K, and 4K, and I'm excited to check it out. I love stuff like this. I gotta stop. I can't go through these photos anymore. Anyways, love stuff like this. Excited to dive into this one and check it out because it looks very interesting. So let's see. I'm trying to hurry. I'm trying to speed through these because I don't want to bore anybody by just listening to me just sit here and ramble about stuff. But Gioia made her fortune working as a high-class call girl, but now she runs one of Italy's top erotic photo magazines, for which only the most beautiful women are hired as models. When a perverted psychopath begins killing them off one by one, sending Gioia macabrely stage photos of their corpses posed to mirror their latest centerfolds. Gioia, whatever, realizes that to put an end to the horrors and unmask the murderer, she will need to come to terms with a secret inner past, which has resulted in all the bloodshed. One of director Lamberto Bava's bloodiest and most memorable gialli, Delirium photo of Gioia, offers an intricate mystery supplemented by plentiful sadistic kills, punctuated by touches of unexpected nightmarish surrealism. It has Dario Nicolodi, which I thought was pretty interesting, and genre film siren Capuchin. I don't know. I skipped over some of these names because I could not. Serena Grandi, I guess. David Brandon. George Eastman. That George Eastman. All right. Featuring a score by legendary composer Simon Boswell. Vinegar Syndrome. Yeah. Excited to bring this to 4K. 1987, 94 minutes. 2 discs. Presented with an Italian language stereo soundtrack with newly translated English subtitles and an English language dubs soundtrack. Sorry, I'm struggling here. Commentary track with film historians Eugenio Ercolandi and Troy Howarth. Nightmare Delirium, a 41-minute making-of documentary with interviews with director Lamberto Bava, actor Luigi Montefiore, aka George Eastman, and art director Antello Gilang, and cinematographer Gian Lorenzo Battaglia. Battaglia. Sorry, I can't say. I'm struggling with these names. Meet the Photographer, 60-minute interview with actor David Brandon. Peeping Carl, an interview with actor Carl Zinni. 2 Meters of Fear, an interview with actor Luigi Montefiore. Those Who Bite and Those Who Don't, interview with First Assistant Director Roberto Palmieri. Dressing Gioia, an interview with costume designer Nicoletta Ercole. Inside Delirium, archival interview with art director Antonello Gelling, I don't know. Snapshots of a Murder, a 19-minute archival interview with director Lamberto Bava. So there's a lot of stuff with Bava here, which is cool. Stories from the Bathroom, an archival interview, 9-minute archival interview with Luigi Montefiore. Murders in Red and Blue, archival interview with cinematographer Gian Lorenzo Battaglia. I can't say that shit. Additional archival interviews with director Lamberto Bava and Luigi Montefiore and David Brandon, totaling 34 minutes. I'm really struggling on some of these names, and I apologize. I don't know what's up. I don't know. I just can't say some of these. They're just so difficult. I'm from Alabama. I can't. I'm lucky I can read. So we get a 3-film box set, Blu-ray set. It's going to have a hard box. Cruel Britannia, 3 thrillers from the UK. Super excited for this. I'm getting this with my subscription as well. And I love this sort of stuff. And I think it looks incredible. I love this artwork. I think it looks really, really interesting. The back could use a little more, but I don't know. I think it's not that bad. It's got Craze, Penny Gold, and Crucible of Terror. I might flip through some of these, but per usual, it's probably going to have some nudity. So I have to be careful what I show. But really, really interesting. Not super familiar with many of the actors in these movies. But still, it looks really, really cool. And I'm excited to check these out. I've never heard of really any. I think Craze is the only one I've heard of, actually. But the other two, I have no idea. And surprisingly, no nudity in these photos. But Craze, I've heard of. The other two, not so much. These are giallo-esque, thrillers. So I think they're giallo-esque anyways. But British cinema has long cemented its legacy of producing creative thrillers, often infusing macabre twists with a wry sense of cynical humor. By the early 1970s, the British film industry had become more daring in subject matter while still relying on the consummate technical professionalism that helped establish it as a leading force in the medium. Presented here are a trio of rarely seen murder thrillers and mysteries that showcase the types of independent and transgressive work coming out of Britain in the first half of the decade, all of which have been newly restored by Vinegar Syndrome for this release. Showcasing the beautiful yet underfilmed region of Cornwall, the giallo-esque Crucible of Terror from 1971 by director Ted Hooker finds a group of hippie-ish youths staying at the seaside home of a reclusive and mysterious sculptor. Their holiday fun is short-lived as they begin falling prey to a vicious mystery killer who is determined to protect a deadly secret hidden deep in the cliffside caverns. Taking visual cues from Italian horror and displaying a surprising amount of horrible bloodshed, this long-overlooked whodunit is a precursor to the soon-be-budding slasher genre. Soon-to-be bloody. When a young woman is slain by a trench coat wearing and razor wielding killer, there's no shortage of suspects, including her twin sister, boyfriend, and plentiful shady acquaintances. As the mystery unfolds and more people vanish or are murdered, a detective begins to suspect that the crimes might be connected to a prized stamp, a slow burn hybrid of murder mystery and crime caper directed by acclaimed cinematographer Jack Cardiff. Penny Gold, 1973, offers a twist after twist, leading to a murder-fueled final act, sure to leave one guessing who the real killer is until the end titles. By day, Neil Mottram operates an unassuming antique shop, while at night he is the high priest of a small cult worshipping the idol Chuku. After accidentally killing one of his fellow worshippers, Neil offers Chuku her body as his sacrifice. Shortly after, which he finds himself bestowed with good fortune. Believing that the idol is responsible for his luck, Neil finds more sacrificial victims, anchored by a memorable unhinged starring performance by Jack Palance. So Jack Palance, I've heard of him, but I don't think I've seen any of his movies. Director Freddie Francis's blending of occult horror and police thriller, Craze, 1974, remains an overlooked gem in the au revoir of famed producer Herman Cohen. So, 71 to 74, love movies set in from the 70s. I think a lot of the best movies are from the 70s. We've got commentary track with writers, film critics Kim Newman and Stephen Jones for Crucible of Terror. For each movie, really. Commentaries by Kim Newman and Stephen Jones for all three. Commentary track with filmmaker David DeCocteau and historian David Del Valle for Craze. Happy Gatherings, a 10-minute interview with Judy Matheson, actress in Crucible of Terror. In for a Pound, 11-minute interview with Richard Heffer, actor in Penny Gold. Archival, career-spanning interview with Michael Jaston, actor in Craze. It's 50 minutes. So, final one, and this is huge to me. I think this is sick. I'm so excited for this. Now, this is Howling 2. If it'll load. Here we go. Howling 2. I have Howling 1. I've never watched it. It's sat in my collection for a while now. I found it at a thrift store, crushed. It was a 4K. The case was all crushed to pieces. But it had the disc inside, and it was $1, so I bought it. It's the first Scream Factory title that I'd ever found in the wild, and it was at a thrift store. And so I grabbed it anyways. The disc is in great condition. I just haven't watched it. I love werewolf movies. I think they're great. American Werewolf in London is one of my all-time favorite horror movies, really, but one of my all-time favorite werewolf movies. So I'm bound to like this, and it looks the right amount of like cheesy and silly. So I'm all over this. Christopher Lee is great. I love Christopher Lee in everything, and he looks to be at his craziest. I love these shades. This whole still is just really good. So very excited for this. This is coming in my subscriber package as well, and I couldn't be more excited to get this. It's a 4K. The only thing is it's not getting a hard box. I would expect this one to get a hard box. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I'm always worried about this stuff because I don't know what I can and can't show on here. I'm new to this whole thing, but anyways, the only thing that could make this better is if it was getting a hard box. But I mean, even if it's not, it's still great. I've seen people say this is going to sell out. I mean, it's at 7,000 units. I don't think this will sell out soon. I'm sure it will be one that will sell out eventually. It is a big title, I think. It's a huge one, I think, actually. A lot of people have been wanting this on 4K or just... so, we will see. But either way, I'm super excited to get this, and I can't wait. So, Ben is mourning the recent death of his sister Karen, whom he believes to have been killed in a savage wolf attack. At her funeral, Ben is approached by mysterious Stefan, who warns him that a cult of werewolves had attacked Karen and that she too will become an undead lycanthrope. Although dismissing his claim as mere superstition, Ben's girlfriend Jenny convinces him that he should take Stefan's warning more seriously. And sure enough, Karen is soon back from the dead, covered in fur, and complete with a deadly set of canines. After being narrowly saved from a fatal bite by Stefan, Ben is persuaded that he's telling the truth and volunteers to join him on his mission to destroy the increasing hordes of beastly creatures ravaging Europe. But as their journey takes them to Transylvania, where werewolves from around the world are gathering for their ritual, Ben and Stefan fear that they might be in over their heads. Mainly once werewolf queen Sturba receives news of their arrival. Australia's King of B-Movies director Philip Mora delivers an outrageously blood-soaked sequel with Howling 2, Your Sister's a Werewolf, assembling the talents of international sex symbol Sybil Danning. Yeah, I like Sybil Danning. Cult star Reb Brown, musician and TV personality Jimmy Nail, alongside horror icons Birdie Main, and Christopher Lee. Loaded with memorable, gruesome set pieces, delivered with tongue firmly in cheek, Vinegar Syndrome proudly presents this in 4K in its uncut international form, newly restored in 4K. A lot of special features on this one. A lot of special features. 2 discs. Brand new commentary track with director Philip Mora, and author screenwriter Kelly Goodner. Archival commentary track with Philippe Mora. Archival commentary track with composer Steve Parsons and editor Charles Bornstein. Lights, Camera, Werewolves, 35-minute conversation with director Philippe Mora, and filmmaker Michael Mohan. Okay, Michael Mohan. Interesting. That's the guy that did, what was it? Immaculate, yeah. A romp through Czechoslovakia, a 15-minute interview with actress Annie Pressman. Yeah, sorry. Thrown to the Wolves, an 11-minute interview with special makeup effects artist Steve Johnson. A live collaboration with Philippe Mora, an 11-minute interview with Pamela Kraus, Philip Mora's wife and artist consulate. Freaky, Sexy, Mad, 16-minute interview with composer Stephen Parsons. Lord of the Stricken Field, a 25-minute film. 25 minutes. Film historian Jonathan Rigby on Christopher Lee and Howling 2. Queen of the Werewolves, a 17-minute archival interview with actress Sybil Danning. Leading Man, a 14-minute archival interview with actor Reb Brown. A Monkey Phase, a 15-minute archival featurette with special effects makeup artist Steve Johnson and Scott Wheeler. So very stacked release, and this is one I'll probably try to watch, these special features. I normally don't, but I'm very interested in this movie, and if it's a good movie, I'll probably check out those features. And even if it's not, I might still check them out because, you never know. There's a lot of work that goes into making movies, and I like to see that stuff. So that's all the Vinegar Syndrome releases. You've got 3 main releases from the VS line included with your subscription if you're a subscriber, and then you get these as sub releases. I only picked up these 2, the VSA and the VSL, because those are the only 2 that stood out to me. Getting into the partner labels, I'm just going to skim over these because there's so many, and I'll be here all night if I sit down and talk about each one, but I'll at least just glance over them and kind of tell you the ones that I picked up. So we start with Canadian International Pictures, When Tomorrow Dies. So this is a new release. It's they've been doing a lot of Larry Kent films. So this is their new Larry Kent film. There's some naked ladies. I don't know anything about this. I'm new to the Larry Kent stuff. They're all on Canopy, I think. So I'm gonna give them a watch and see what they're like. Maybe I'll like it. It's like 60s black and white stuff, and I like that sort of thing, but it's not for everyone, and I feel like I'm going to have to be in the mood to watch it, if that makes sense. So I will probably give this one a watch at some point. I don't know if I need to own it, though. That's the thing. So That Guy, Dick Miller by Decanalog. It's a documentary about Dick Miller. If you don't know who Dick Miller is, you should by looking at these pictures. He's been in a lot of stuff, pretty much everything that you could think of. I feel like he was in Terminator. Was it Terminator? Maybe it was Predator. It's one of those. I feel like it says. It's one of those. But he's been in so much stuff. I can't even think of all the movies he's been in off the top of my head. But Very, very cool guy. I've seen some stuff from him before. I feel like I've seen some interviews with him before, and he just seems like very down to earth, very chill. If you want this, grab it now because it's only at 361 copies. I think it with the slipcover, and I think it was limited to 1,000, so it's going quick, but it's only had 1,000 slipcovers, so no wonder. I thought about grabbing this. Ultimately, I didn't. I am interested in this movie, but maybe I could find it somewhere online, watch it. It's another that I don't think I need to own. Does that make sense? I like this guy, but I just don't know if I need it. Art label, Spirit Riser. I don't know. I don't know what this is. I don't know if I don't think I'm at all interested in this. Got Lloyd Kaufman. That's interesting. I feel like there's somebody else that says in it. Michael Madsen is in it somewhere. I don't know. I don't think I need this. I don't think I would like this either. Maybe I would. I don't know. Art label. Yeah. I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing out if I don't get this, but it's not really one that stands out to me. And yeah, Lloyd being in it is cool, but I don't need it. See you next Tuesday. Factory 25. I don't buy a lot of Factory 25 titles. I don't think I have a single one, actually. What is that? It's really bad. That too, but I don't know. Maybe it's good. Maybe I'm just shitting on it before I even know anything about it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about this one either. It didn't stand out to me. I remember looking through it and thinking like, yeah, I'm good. So see you next Tuesday. Not for me. Maybe it's for you, but it's not for me. I'm just letting you know it's here. The other Laurens, Yellow Veil. I have a couple Yellow Veil Pictures titles. They usually put out some pretty good stuff. I don't know anything about this one. The slipcover looks pretty cool. The movie looks pretty well made. I mean, it's modern. It's a modern film. Some biker gangs here, I guess. Biker dudes. Private detectives forced to face the ghost of his past when his niece asks him to investigate her father's death. I don't know. Maybe it's good. 2023. It says 2024 here, but I don't know. Maybe. I might go back and pick that up. I don't know. I did grab this from Connie. I have a couple of their titles, and they usually put out some pretty good stuff. My Heart is the Eternal Rose. So I've had this on my watch list on Letterboxd for like a year now, I think, and I've just never watched it. I don't even know if I could. I think I'd look for it online. I couldn't find it, but I grabbed this, and this looks incredible. I thought this looked really good. It looks right up my alley. I like Wong Kar-wai, and this looks very much like a Wong Kar-wai movie. You got some anime art here, but Tony Leung. I like Tony Leung. Long Leung. I can't think of how to say his name, but you'll know him when you see him. This guy, in a lot of Wong Kar-wai movies, really like him. This girl's beautiful. I don't know who she is, but looks great. And it just looks like a very good movie. It looks very romantic, but also action-packed. The kind of stuff that you get from a Wong Kar-wai movie. So, for me, I mean, it's one that me and my wife would sit down and watch, and we watched all of Wong Kar-wai movies in like a couple days. We just binged them all. We really like those, so it's what it feels like to me. It feels very similar. So you also get 2 episodes from a TV show, which I thought was kind of cool. It's kind of interesting. Some other stuff on here, but I won't go too far into these. But yeah, about that, I was pretty interested in that. I think it looks great. Agfa, Mary Jane's Not a Virgin Anymore, and the films of Sarah Jacobson. I put this in my... Oh, shit. Maybe I should jump on it. 17 left. No, I don't think I need this. I put this in my cart, had it in there for a whole day, and then just decided not to get it, took it out. But I don't know anything about these movies. I watched the trailer for this, and it's not. I don't think I need these. They're very like low budget, like teenager made them on a, or not even a teenager, a college kid made them as like a college project or something. And I don't know, maybe they're really good. I was a teenage serial killer on my watch list. It's been in there for a long time, and I plan to check it out. I am interested in this at least, but do I need to spend $22 on it? I don't know. I don't really think so, to be honest. We got Lovely Rita from Film Movement. I've been picking up a lot of Film Movement titles lately. I did not grab this one. I don't know anything about this one, but it did not look like something I want to see. And I think I read I'm going a little fast here, but I think I read the synopsis and it didn't stand out to me either. There's like a sequel, I think, here too, or at least it's by the same director. I don't know if it's a sequel, but Lords as well. And I think it's got some of the same actresses in it. I don't know. It doesn't stand, neither of those stood out to me. Like, I don't know about this. And I don't know if I want this either. Again, not for $22. It's a lot of money on a blind buy. I mean, I know I'm getting it at a discount because I'm a subscriber, but still, I mean, if this goes on sale for $10 next year or next sale even, I'd much rather pay that for a blind buy. It looks like they have a third buyer too. I didn't even see this. Okay. We got I Used to Be Funny by Utopia. I've seen people share this around and talk about how great this movie is, and I watched the trailer and it looks very unfunny. It looks very cringe, in my opinion. It's that kind of like, I don't know, the art. I'm trying to think of the word for it. It's a pretentious like art film stuff that really bothers me. I just don't like it. So I don't know. I thought about getting this too, but I don't know. If I bought this, I would probably watch it once and then sell it. And I don't sell a lot of movies, but I just don't think this is one I would want to keep in my collection. Even if I like this art. I think it's a really, really nice slipcover, but we're not buying the movies for the slipcovers. We're buying them for the movies, right? That's what we tell ourselves anyways. Just, I don't know. I don't think I would like that. Hotel. Yeah, another film by this lady. This one looks more horror influenced, maybe. Yeah, I don't know anything about that either. Flesh Freaks. I never buy Saturn's core titles. You'll see why. Yeah, like this right here is exactly why. Maybe they're good. They just look worse than most shot on video stuff that I've seen. Like it a lot of times it looks like nothing. Like people wearing masks, like wearing Halloween costumes and going after each other. Like it doesn't look, I don't know. Not a lot of their stuff stands out to me. The slipcover here is pretty grotesque and gross. Only 200 left, so I guess people like it. But I think it also only had like 1,000 copies. I did buy this though. I jumped on this as soon as I saw it. I had to get this. I love Kenji Fukusaku. I love Battle Royale, and I'm just super excited to check out other movies of his. And these two look right up my alley. I love Yakuza flicks. I love, the 70s crime. So this is right up my alley. This is Wolves, Pigs, and Men and Violent Panic Big Crash. So super exciting. Shit, what the hell? This is a double feature, black and white film, and then, you get so, see if I was right on the date. Yeah, well, 64 and 76, but still. I said seven. Yeah, it's like 60s Yakuza, 70s crime. So, Dog Leg. I don't know anything about this. It didn't look interesting at all. I feel like I watched the trailer. I worked all weekend, so I wasn't able to I jumped into the sale to pick up like one item each day, but that was about it during the Alder Print stuff. But I did get a chance to afterwards, after the sale, after work actually, uh, and at work sometimes, I would throw on the live stream with Dead Pit, like just watch Dead Pit talk about these releases. And when this came out, they like went through and they watched. I feel like they watched the trailer, and I was like, this is this is so weird. I'm not at all interested in any of this stuff, and I'm not going based off of what they had to say. I watched the trailer live with them, and collectively, I just don't think it's something I want. Disco Boy, also something I don't think I want. Again, weird, pretentious stuff. I don't know if there's got to be a market for this stuff because people are buying it. I mean, this one had 1,000 and it's at 800, but at least 200 people bought Disco Boy, and maybe it's good to them. And I understand art is subjective, but film is subjective. But I don't know, man. I don't know how people can get into some of this stuff. ETR Media, we got Devil Danger. I don't know anything about this at all. And yeah, that's the one I skipped over, and I'm kind of glad I did because it doesn't look like anything I would want. I hate that. I'm not shitting on these partner label titles. I mean, maybe it's something you really wanted to come to them to Blu-ray, 4K, whatever. I mean, these are all Blu-rays, but say you wanted something to come really bad to Blu-ray and it did, then props, good for you. But me personally, some of these I just don't understand why. This one, oh my god, I remember seeing the trailer for this one. No, absolutely not. And for the price, that's the big thing for me, is like you're spending a lot of money for shit that like you watch once, put on the shelf, or like, oh, why did I buy that? Saw people hyping this one up. They said like, who needs Criterion when VS is putting out stuff like this? And it's like, I don't know what this is. I don't even know what this is. It's like a documentary on the Battle of Chile. What? I mean, I don't know. I didn't even really look into this, but I mean, yeah, cool. If you like this sort of thing, it seems like it's selling pretty well. I don't know if I need it, but I mean, it's sick. This one, I'm in a weird spot because, oh shit, only 172 left. I want to see this, but I don't want to buy this, just if that makes sense. If anybody knows where to find this online, let me know, but I couldn't find it, and it looks very strange and very just like something I'd be interested in watching, but I don't know if I want to pay $22 to own, because I don't know if it's like rewatchable in any way. But Asylum of Terror, don't own any VHS shitfest titles. But anyways, I mean, it's Asylum of Terror. There's no trailer for it. I couldn't find one on YouTube either. It's just here. So I don't know. I think that rounds out the partner label titles though. So I guess it's the end of the video. If anyone knows where to find this, let me know. I don't feel like I want to. I'm probably not gonna grab it before it sells out. So that slipcover is gonna sell out. Maybe I can just grab the standard edition later down the road. But anyways, that's the end of the video. Let me jump back over into the studio. All right, end of the video. So if you guys like this kind of content, be sure to like and subscribe. Hit the bell below to be notified on all future videos. And I guess I'll see you next time. I'm going to try to do these once a month whenever they do their announcements. I might come back here on the 20th, I think it is, when they announce their flash pre-order for the Black Friday stuff. So they're going to announce a couple titles later this month. So stay tuned for that. I might do a live stream. I'm really trying to get in on doing live streams. I don't know if anyone's going to watch. Does that make sense? So either way, it's been fun. And if you like this kind of content, again, like and subscribe. See you next time.